recording, so whenever you want to go.
Okay. So, welcome to Aurora Cellars Virtual Happy Hour. It's December, and I'm Dawn. I'm the wine club manager and loyalty program manager, so lots of fun to talk about. Here with Taylor Simpson. For those of you who don't know, she's our co-owner and Simpson Family Estates and Aurora Cellars and many other good things. So
yeah,
thanks for being here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
You look so cool with your shades.
Well, I'm not accustomed to seeing the sunshine.
Yes, it's very bright.
My eyes are still getting used to it. So forgive me for having to wear my sunglasses.
This is perfect. We wanted to show you that we are in the igloos, so they're set up and ready to go, and it's warm in here.
It is.
I don't need my coat.
No,
I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, the snow is looking beautiful around us. Unfortunately, I think it might melt over the next few days, but we have more in the forecast. So bring it on. It's winter time.
I know. It's December and I'm ready. Is your family doing Christmas music yet? Or
Yes.
do you,
Oh, yes. My kids are into it. My husband is not.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
I love Christmas music. So.
It's time. And how about you have little ones, so is the buzz of Christmas growing?
It has been alive and real for about 3 months.
That's awesome.
Yes. The anticipation is overwhelming.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. It just is longer now.
Yes. And in your household, I know that your kids are grown, but
they still love this time of year. It starts with Thanksgiving, that long weekend and family gathering.
Yeah.
We have people come from out of state, and that starts the whole thing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a fun time
of year.
It's a good,
solid month.
Yep. And my kids are adults, so they tease me. We were just talking about that. So it's not as much like of the little kid stuff, but still fun.
Totally.
So we have the igloos are set up, ready to go, and when there's enough snow, we're going to do snowshoeing again.
Yeah, all of the trail markers have been put out. We have 2 loops, which is great. One that I think is a half mile and another one that's about 1.25 miles.
Yeah.
For the enthusiast, you can certainly do both loops.
Yeah.
We got the snowmobile running to make and groom the trail. And when we have enough snow consistently, it will be up and active and ready for people to come use it, get a little sweat in, and then stop and sit in an igloo for a wine tasting.
Yeah, it's so fun. And I mean, I watched people snowshoe about an hour or so. So it's a nice snowshoe hike and beautiful. So I can't wait for there to be enough snow to have people be able to do that. So we'll let you know if you... Devin's here helping us. Hi, Devin. Thank you so much for all your support in Virtual Happy Hour and beyond. And she is going to obviously let us know when we can snowshoe. So social media, Facebook, and TikTok. Still doing TikTok.
Probably the newsletter as well.
Newsletter.
Yeah.
The first Wednesday of the month.
First or second, usually.
Yeah,
just depends.
So beginning of the month, the newsletter comes out and has a lot of great information. When, so that will be, when's January's coming out? Do we know yet? Or is that like second week maybe after, because we come right into January with the new year.
Is the first on a Monday?
I think so. First,
yeah,
second,
it'll probably
third.
Be the second Wednesday.
So probably the second Wednesday of January.
Yeah.
Lots of information in that newsletter about the year and what's coming up. So
if you haven't subscribed, definitely enter your email to stay informed.
And where can Devin, how many places are there to enter your email?
Well,
like 10?
If you go to our website, and it's your first time going to our website, a little pop-up will show up. And you get 10% off your first purchase if you sign up for our newsletter.
Okay.
And we also just got new tasting room menus that will be out soon. They have a little QR code.
They're out right now.
Yeah. I just picked them up this morning. And they have a little QR code.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. We've had them. Okay.
Yeah.
The ones I got this morning have a little QR code on the top. So when you come into the tasting room, you can scan the QR code and it'll take you to a page to
enter your email.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So lots of choices in the tasting room when you visit or online or can contact us. always at wineclub@auroracellars.com. Any questions or things going on if you're not sure where to find stuff. I always like to mention the blog because there's
Lots of information.
I go to the blog to catch up. There's so many things going on. 2023 was a huge year.
It was a massive harvest. There were a lot of events.
Such a big year.
Yeah.
So many things happening, and 2024 is going to be bigger.
The calendar just keeps filling up.
I mean, we're just, like, you just wait. We are getting ready for an amazing next year. So I forgot one of the biggest parts of virtual happy hour is to cheers you.
Oh.
Like, come on.
How could we? Cheers.
Cheers. We are trying some sparkling today because we're thinking about the new year and everything coming up and celebrating.
What do you have?
Blanc de Blanc.
Good choice.
I felt like thinking about New Year's and celebrating, so stocking up on my sparkling is something I need to work on.
Doesn't need to just be enjoyed during the holidays.
Correct.
Sparkling is an everyday beverage. I have the Aurora here from 100% Pinot Grigio. Very similar to Prosecco in style.
Yes.
Delicious.
And not super sweet. It has that, it's really at a good level of residual sugar. So the Blanc de Blanc is dry, crisp, and is just delicious with pairings or by itself.
Cocktails.
Or you can add stuff to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the wine cocktails, if you are in a wine rut, which I don't know what that is.
I don't
But
have any idea what those words are.
Somebody said something about that, and I'm like, well, then try some cocktails. Like,
some
add
sparkling
stuff
cocktails.
to your wine and have fun with it. So,
Totally.
what about dinner? Any? These are things you guys can tell us too. What Aurora wine are you having with us? What are you drinking tonight? What's for dinner? What have you had lately that is a great pairing with our wine? Takeout or something you've made? Do you have anything lately that's come to mind?
I'm always thinking about wine and food. Always. What pairs well? Obviously, it's a passion of mine. It's clearly a passion of yours. I don't know if you've heard this before, but Dawn is amazing at pairing wine with food, finding new recipes, finding the right wine to go with them. She's always thinking about it as well. So
I am. It's something that's just what happens in my brain when I think about food. And I think it's really fun to be in a place like this that encourages that, because there are some basics to pairing, but after you kind of think about the basics of pairing wine with food, then you just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't hold back. Try things, and that's how I just keep trying things that some people might not try, and it's been really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a sweet wine drinker usually.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pairings that really took me outside of my my box that I would normally stay in for my style of wine is I love the food at Crocodile Palace in Traverse City, the Szechuan restaurant. Their food is phenomenal if you have not been. And they make this really spicy noodle dish called don don noodles that will set your mouth on fire.
Ooh.
It's phenomenal. But in order to enjoy wine with it, you need something sweet to really be able to taste it and balance it. So I had it with the Aurora Cellars medium sweet Gewürztraminer, and it was incredible. And it was fun. I normally wouldn't have sweeter wine, but it just showed how powerful the pairing factor can be.
Yeah,
it
enhances your food and your wine and the whole experience.
Yeah, how about you?
That's awesome. I love that. And shout out to chefs Ryan, Michael, and Patrick at Crocodile Palace, because they did a beautiful job at our wine club dinner.
It was amazing.
So
they are incredible.
Hey guys.
Yes.
So I grew up with a dish that was, I think, German kind of oriented, but I was thinking about northern Italy, and it's Polish sausage. I found a local Polish sausage that I really like and slice it up in sauerkraut, a little chicken broth, and let it simmer. And we always ate it with mashed potatoes when I was growing up, but I was thinking it's kind of heavy, and I just still want to eat that. And I was thinking potato gnocchi. So I did that, and then we either Riesling would go with it, but the dry Riesling was really good.
I believe
it
that.
stood up, like the acidic component stood up to the sauerkraut.
Totally.
Sauerkraut's kind of tough, but if you put a little chicken broth in it, it kind of like it's then the smokiness of the Polish sausage kind of all
the fat.
Yeah, it kind of mellows it out. So it was delicious.
Do I see a wine pairing recipe coming?
You know what? That might be a fun one.
Totally.
Mean, it's a little different. I don't know if people eat that.
Yes.
I grew up, that was very common in our household, but I didn't know if other people. But my grandma spoke to me with V's instead of W's. So, like, what do you want? I'm doing the Varshin. She did. So I don't know if that's normal or if that's just us.
Yeah, well, there is no normal. Yeah, let's be honest.
So you've seen that before then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's funny. All right. That's awesome. So we have a couple very interesting pairings. Let us know if you have anything. We love food and wine.
We always welcome, what are you eating? What are you pairing with that food? What are things that surprised you? There's so much food out there that we love to eat as well. So we always welcome suggestions.
Yeah. Our tasting room manager is picking up some more supplies at the Cheese Lady today. And it made me think about one of my favorite pairings that we've ever done was, it's a cheese called Espresso Bella Vitano. Bella Vitano. It's, I wrote it down, Vitano.
I remember doing that.
And it was, so it's like this cheese that is hand rubbed with espresso. Like, it sounds strange, but with our Blaufränkisch, it's an incredible pairing.
She's talented.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so I have still bought that.
Oh, really?
And still put it on charcuterie. And sometimes my charcuterie isn't about the charcuterie, it's about the wine I want to share with somebody or like introduce to people that don't always know about Aurora. And so like Blaufränkisch is a big one to share because it's our right here, and so exciting to see it grow all year round in the vineyards. And that cheese is amazing. I know.
Should think about maybe offering that pairing here, huh?
Ideas come from everywhere. I love it. Yes. I was thinking about so many things. There's so many things. I have Taylor here in an igloo.
So fun. I never get to do this.
So many questions, but okay, this is just something I was thinking about again because the magnums we have with Blaufränkisch. I think the Blaufränkisch, I don't know how many we have, but
not a ton.
No. And the magnums of Cab Franc are so popular. People are using them
for gifts
and dinners, and they're just beautiful bottles. Fun. And I was thinking about that, and I was reading, have you ever seen or heard about the Nebuchadnezzar? So tell me.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, like in person?
I
knew it.
Yeah. No, actually I used to sell wine in Chicago.
Okay.
And there was an account that had a group of guys, and every year they ordered one of champagne from France, obviously.
Okay.
They would attend New Year's Eve, and this massive bottle would be there, and they'd have to have people to pour it. People to pour this bottle.
So the Nebuchadnezzar, am I saying it correctly, is a bottle. It's the largest bottle that's made on the planet, and it is 15 liters. And in order to comprehend that, it's about 20 bottles.
Yeah, I mean, they bought it for everybody who was attending this venue.
But it's one bottle that equals 20 bottles in it of wine. All right. So
can you imagine how much pressure was in that bottle because it's champagne?
No, I'm like, who was it? how many, is it custom created or do they make them and people order them?
No, I think they only make so many every year, but
Yeah.
I want to
what's
know
that
where the
cork like?
inspiration came from to say this is the size bottle we need.
It's,
You know, I need a bottle so big that it's going to take
I wanna
multiple people to
see
pour.
it. Can we just order one bottle just to see it?
They're hard to get.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
glass.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that they aren't available.
They're probably hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Maybe a life-size picture.
What wine would you put in a bottle that big?
Cabernet Franc.
Oh.
I think you guys know that, but
You didn't even have to think about
no,
that
I
one.
didn't even take 2 seconds. What would you do?
Probably Riesling.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you could age it for so long.
We're supposed to, I was thinking about
You just
opening
open
it.
it, crack it, and pour it.
If I had that, we would be having people over immediately.
Yeah. That's
So I just think that's cool. I would love to see. I'll have to look up. I haven't looked up much about it. I'll have to see if there's a video of somebody pouring. Like how many people have to carry it to pour it. And
I don't know.
It's got to be at least 2,
Oh no, way more than that.
or at least 2 on the back.
I think
and
it's probably like 4.
4 or 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just
That's
in doing my research to talk with you,
Yeah.
I just like I knew you've seen one.
yes.
I
Yep.
knew that was gonna be true.
Yes, I still prefer magnums because I can actually pour it myself.
Even that's difficult.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, but still doable.
And if it's tough to pour the Magnum, I know some of our dear friends and wine club members at Aurora have decantered
Yep.
their
Part of it.
Magnum to pour for their friends and guests.
It's only 2 bottles. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're having a party.
You're strong.
Well, yes, but I guess what I'm saying is there's no reason not to open it because you're going to open 2 bottles.
Have a Magnum.
And it's so fun to put it on the table. It's such a centerpiece.
So cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I had we had a special Magnum, my husband and I, and we opened it for our 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
For
Oh, what
something
fun.
special.
Totally.
It was like the whole pomp and circumstance of taking the wax off,
Yeah,
and like it was fun. It was memorable.
totally.
Yeah.
You have to do those things. Do not wait.
Or
Just do
on
it.
a Tuesday.
Sure.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
You'll remember that Tuesday.
Yeah. So that is fun. I was okay. So we were talking, looking at my notes.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I don't want to miss something, but there's another fun. Oh, go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
There was a fun thing that I didn't know, and I was going to ask you about. So in the vineyards, year after year, our vineyard manager, he's asking for a falcon to help with different aspects of farming the vineyards.
Yeah.
But the birds aren't your favorite thing. But why is that?
So growing up on a farm
Yeah.
with cherries and grapes,
Yes.
birds are predators for our crops.
Right. They peck the ripe ones. They ruin the fruit.
They eat the fruit that we work so hard to create, to offer, harvest cherries to sell and to create wine. So I didn't grow up in a household that really liked birds.
Right.
I do like birds of prey because they take care of the pests that are, affecting our fruit.
They're awesome to watch too.
Our vineyard manager, slightly in jest, I don't know if it was completely in jest, did tell me that he would like a falcon.
That'd be so sweet.
I don't
Which-
think it's in jest.
Which part of me was kind of like,
believe it.
I laughed, and then I thought about it, and I was like, that would be pretty cool to have a falcon.
The Aurora Falcon.
Yes.
You can name him Aurora.
Oh. Yeah.
Or
something really fierce. Yeah.
we could come up with something.
Yeah, totally.
Give us
here's-
suggestions, by the way, for our new Falcon for 2024.
That was all the sunshine we're
We should
getting.
start a GoFundMe for a falcon.
So
Yeah.
that led me to birds and things.
You did some research.
Well, I haven't done a lot of research on you because
We can
I've,
just talk.
I've
There's no
known
reason.
you, and so
For 10 years.
I was like, yes,
Yeah.
there's big 10 years coming up
I
this
know.
year, 2024.
10 years that we've been in business.
Yeah, so
Thank you to all of you who have helped us to stay in business.
so much support
Yes.
and I know some of you for all those years
Yeah.
from the beginning. So it's so special here.
Yeah. We cannot say thank you enough.
Yeah. But I haven't really researched you.
No need, but you did.
But I did. Recently.
Yep.
And I found
Oh, Google.
this article came up kind of towards the top.
Oh, dear.
I know.
I hope I didn't write it.
No, you didn't.
We'll talk about that
Yeah.
later. But there was a story that you shared in this article that I've never heard, and I know that you've traveled a lot. I know one of the places you've gone to is it West Africa?
South Africa.
Did I say West?
Yeah,
South
South
Africa.
Africa, yep.
And Sam, your brother, who's another owner of all things Simpson Family Estates, was there, and you visited, and you did something quite extraordinary that is I want to hear about.
Yeah, we, my mom and my dad and myself, we went over to South Africa to visit him because he studied in Cape Town. And so part of one of our daily excursions was we visited an ostrich farm because they raise a lot of ostrich in South Africa, which was new. I didn't know that. And we had the opportunity to ride an ostrich. And so my hand went up immediately. I was like, absolutely, I want to ride an ostrich.
Immediately?
Which I was kind of like, why am I putting my...
What's my hand doing up?
Well, and the funny thing was, they said that you
this.
could only weigh up to a certain amount in order to do this.
Okay.
And my dad was considering it, and then he found out that he could not ride it. And he said it was the only time in his life he was thankful he was too heavy to do something.
He didn't have to.
He didn't have to hop on the ostrich.
To decide.
Yeah, no, they have two guys who hold the ostrich with a bag over its head, and they allow you to get on, and you hold the wings.
The bag over its head so it can't see?
So it doesn't move. Because as soon as you take the bag off, it...
Okay, wait. I'm going to listen. I'm sorry. I'm going to listen. I'll let you... What?
Yeah. So you get on the ostrich.
They're holding it.
There's no saddle. And you're holding on to the side of the wings. And they remove...
There's nothing, like,
Nothing
you can't...
holding you
do they tell you, like, you can't
hold
grab its neck?
Nope, you have to hold on down here. And then they take the bag off its head.
Taylor Simpson!
And it takes off, and it runs around in circles. Yeah, and then eventually they stop it. But...
Tell me there's video.
They're somewhere. Hopefully it's not on the internet.
I haven't seen the video. I haven't. But, so, is there a large, like, fenced...
It's a fenced area.
So they're not like, there goes Taylor. I hope he comes back.
These two gentlemen did do a race at the end, where it was going straight down like a raceway.
Oh my god!
It was an experience.
Very cool.
It's one of those things that when it's presented and you're there, you're kind of like in the moment. I got to do it. When am I ever going to get the chance
Cross that off your bucket list.
That's not going to happen in Michigan.
No, I mean
it
I don't know, that could be an attraction.
It could.
Yeah,
but probably not. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. I had to see from you
it's true.
How this happened.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
You can now go and YouTube ostrich racing and see people race ostriches.
Yeah. Well, I've seen things like in deserts.
Yeah.
And camel riding and ostrich riding. I'm fascinated by, probably because I live in snow.
Right. You don't live in the desert.
Like we don't ride the deer. They tend to go fast when you walk up to them. So.
True. Crazy
but
life stories.
That's so fun. I love that. Thank you for sharing.
You bet.
That is a fun Taylor story that I did not know.
And if we ever have ostrich racing at Aurora, you'll know where it stemmed from.
Yes. Yeah.
Who knows?
She'll be the first. I know how to do this. See, I guess you start holding the wings, but I would feel like I'd be like grabbing it and but you.
They said that was a big no-no.
Did you feel like you were gonna fall off?
No, they're pretty sturdy.
Felt really good.
Yeah. I mean, you're hanging on for dear life.
And your legs are your knees like?
You're just kind of wrapping and hoping you don't fall off.
I love everything about this.
Okay, and here's the big question. The last part of this. I'm sorry. I have to take this in. Did Sam ride one?
He didn't. He opted out. He said no thanks. I don't know if watching me do it, he then said, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I kind of guessed that, but I'm just wondering.
Yeah. I'll let my older
Okay.
sister go and try it out.
Yeah. Taylor goes first. That's fine. Ladies first.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for
Yes.
that. Back to Falcons and Vineyards.
Natural conversation.
One of the questions I've gotten a few times, and I wasn't sure where we're at, was at Aurora. What's our most planted grape?
Now,
Or
it's
in
probably, I mean, here on the property, it's either Blau or Chardonnay at this point. Because we did rip out some acreage and put in more Blau Frankish just because it's a very popular item.
Yeah.
But the entire hill,
That's Chardonnay.
that's all Chardonnay, which will be rather versatile.
Yeah. And
So-
this was the first harvest this year.
Yeah.
The baby Chard
The baby Chard.
is finally
It's growing up,
been harvested.
which is exciting.
So, okay. And then in your whole company, and does that, I was going to guess, is it Pinot Noir?
We do need to plant more.
Or is it something that we use in Leora?
It's Pinot Grigio. It's probably a close call between Pinot Grigio and Chardonnay
Okay. Nice.
at this point. We're definitely planting more Pinot Noir as fast as we can.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
But farming's not a fast process.
Yeah, so it's a big, and there's a lot of Riesling too, but so
Yeah.
there's so many, I just couldn't pick.
It's hard, when you're trying to figure out what to plant. You need
Mm-hmm.
to figure out what you're going to use it for, what people are going to want to drink in 10 to 15 to 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully planting varieties that can be used in a number of ways.
Right.
There's a lot to think about because in theory you're putting it in there and it's going to stay for the next at least 30 years.
Yeah, you hope so.
So, yeah.
There are a lot of like Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are in different products. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. It was a
Yeah.
question I wanted to make sure I was answering. I knew the strategy is very long sighted, like it's years of trying to figure stuff out. So
Decades.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard to do, but you guys have been doing an awesome job. The first decade.
Teamwork.
Check.
Teamwork.
Speaking of traveling, you were on a trip recently.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I was on a trip. I actually went to Texas because I was super excited about exploring Fredericksburg, about Texas wine country. I want to visit and experience every wine region, hopefully,
Yeah.
if possible. It's a
Sure.
goal, before I can't travel anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I am fascinated at all wine regions in general, but especially those that are less well known.
Yeah.
Texas, well known to folks in Texas and people in the know who study wine. But I want to go to Virginia. I want to explore New York, which I know a lot of people know about. But when you go to these regions, there's lots of producers that are doing a great job on education, which people need. They don't take it for granted that people just know what they're doing. And so the wines were phenomenal. They were fantastic, at least from the producers that we visited.
Sure.
What was exciting is that coming back from the trip, I attended a Wine America meeting. I don't know if a lot of people know what Wine America is.
Yeah.
It is an organization that lobbies for the rights of wineries to ship wine direct to consumers and making sure that wine is always available to people, which is wildly important to us.
Right.
What was exciting is that it was hosted here in Traverse City.
That was so cool to hear that.
Yeah.
The Wine America annual meeting.
Yeah, they go to a different region.
They're big. Pick Traverse City.
Right. Yeah, Marie Chantel from Chateau Chantel.
Yeah.
She's on the board, and they, lovely of Chateau Chantel to host that.
Oh, nice.
But it was so exciting. There were either winery owners or area advocates, people who worked for the region or on the board of tourism were present, and there were people from Arizona and Nebraska, Texas, Virginia. I'm just trying to think of all the regions. New York. Obviously, we were here.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon, California, Washington, trying to think, Colorado. But it was so...
Colorado. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. If there was anybody from Missouri. But it's really exciting because you can do so much wine travel within the United States.
Yes.
To so many wine regions, and there's so much to learn, and it's fascinating to taste the wine, see the grapes that they can grow, what the quality is, and how it evolves. Obviously, it's a passion of, I think, all of ours who are here.
Anytime I go anywhere, I'm like, winery.
Yeah. And
take that road.
Learning about something new. And it hits home because what we're doing here in Michigan is not really well known out in the U.S., but we're working hard to try to make sure that people are aware that we're making wine and understand the quality of what's being produced.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Michigan and Leelanau Peninsula, Old Mission, like all the different places, it's like we're trying to get the word out and putting us on the map.
But also great regions to explore if you're going to do a road trip around the U.S. Definitely go check out Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
Went to William Chris Winery. They're doing a phenomenal job. Went to Messina Hoff. They've been there for years. They had great wine too. But definitely those two are worth checking out if you head to Fredericksburg.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I love that you did that. And then right after you had come back, we had a group of visitors at Aurora.
Yeah.
And they were from Wine America.
Right.
Some of them from Texas, Colorado,
Virginia, Oregon. That may have been it.
And they were in the industry, winemakers or owners or different people, and came and enjoyed a special tasting with Joey, our brand ambassador, and she and Taylor and Drew.
Sam.
You guys know Drew and Sam were all there and hosting them, and that was exciting too.
Totally. Yeah. Got to learn about, what they're doing in their region, and they wanted to learn about what's going on here. So just a good community.
Yeah, it's awesome. That was fun. Wine America. What else do we have going? Let's see. Oh, I was gonna, just a couple of things, the gifting.
It is the season of gifting. Well, we think it's always a season of gifting.
Gifting is all year.
Yeah.
And that's why I love to talk about it here, because people watch this sometimes live and sometimes the next month, or they find us later.
Yeah.
But their gifting program is live and well and ready to
Active.
go. And last month in November, I showed you our tube for the 1 bottle engraving and the 3 bottle box. They're just gorgeous, and we're sending some out today.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And some things are rolling, so that's really fun. That program, I think, is gonna be our 2024 taking off.
Yeah, people are really starting to get excited. They realize, they've seen the packaging. They know that it really makes an impact. The unboxing experience is truly luxurious, which is fun.
Yeah.
The engraving on the bottle, sending your own message, that's something that you can't buy anywhere. So it really makes it special. And then just the fact that you can include a handwritten note with your package gives it obviously more of a personal touch.
Yeah, so that's been really exciting. And our gifting concierge, her name is Christy, and you can reach her at events at auroracellars.com. And I know Devin's going to help us put all those in the comments and let you kind of click on it, or it's there for your reference. All right?
Who doesn't love to get a bottle of wine?
I know, but I want
I do.
I want the box too.
Well, I know. It's fun.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So I went over that last month, but I just thought I'd bring it up again. And
yeah, another we're going to give you a little insider info on what's coming is your loyalty points. You're finally going to be able to use them online.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Online.
I know. So for all of you who've been collecting all of these loyalty points with your purchases of wine and anything else direct on site, pretty soon there'll be an announcement. You'll be able to go online and use them for Aurora apparel, Aurora merchandise, which we will be increasing and launching seasonal items. You can go and purchase things directly. Do your shopping, hopefully. I don't know if we will have it up in the next couple weeks. Hopefully we do, but it's a great way for, even if you can't be here on site to use it for food or purchases when you're here, you can now use it online. Well, soon we'll be able to use it online. So that's pretty exciting.
Finally, you can get some socks with your wine.
Great stocking stuffers.
3 cool sock styles.
Yeah, Aurora branded.
So stay tuned. We're working on that. It is coming soon. And again, social media and our website is a fantastic resource, and the blog. Let's see, it's just so many places that. I mean, really, we're out there. You can find us, and we're here for you. So I love it. I was gonna end. Kind of wrap things up with a couple of trivia questions.
Oh dear. Okay. All right.
It's always the best.
I know, right?
Come on.
Especially if you've been in the wine industry for as long as you have.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't know the answer to this, and I don't even know how they got the answer to this. But I know Taylor's fun, and she'll handle it fine.
I'll do my best.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
How many bubbles are there in a bottle of our Blanc de Blanc?
I can make something up and sound official.
It's so big. It's so big.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark because I don't know.
This is not normal information. I just had to do it.
4,000. I have no idea.
It's higher.
Oh, what is it? How did you find this out?
Like
did you
digits,
ask Drew?
digits.
Okay.
It's 49 million bubbles are in a bottle.
I was way off.
Where did you get that answer?
Isn't that incredible? Okay, so I have no idea if that's true or not.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Sounds like a Drew
49
question.
million bubbles. Like, how can you measure that?
That is a good question.
And so next time we talk to Drew, we're going to find out how are they measuring that, and are they just fooling us? There's a lot of bubbles, but how could you measure the bubbles in a glass?
From the pressure that you're applying to it, I'm sure there's a scientific way.
Yeah.
I was way off.
Isn't that funny? I was like, that's like when, like, people will ask how many grapes are in a bottle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a lot. Like, more than you think. But, like, I don't know. You can't count them. But
it depends on the cluster.
it's like,
the
kind of wine and everything. But it's almost like 200.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a lot of stomping.
All right. So the last one.
Here we go. I got the first one wrong.
I would have never gotten it. Okay. How much wine is consumed throughout the world each year? I mean, we're this is so big. This is exciting, Taylor, because we have wine to put out there. So, how much wine is consumed throughout a year in the whole world?
Are we doing this in gallons?
I'm doing it in liters.
Oh, liter. That would make sense. Is
Is that okay? We're talking big, like, oh my gosh, Taylor, get excited.
25 million liters.
That's what we're going to do.
24.7 billion. Wow.
I'm like, I
That's
think this is exciting. I think it's exciting because our world, wine is such a beautiful thing to share with people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And enjoy time. And also, I mean, I don't mind reading a book and having a glass of wine by myself either.
No.
So it's just because of who I am. Like, I'm an introvert, which is kind of funny.
I don't know if I'd call you an introvert.
That number probably went up too during COVID.
Yes, but this is like, it's exciting because it's just a special part of life.
Yeah,
And
wine is amazing.
We're on the right track here and sharing everything. And thank you for everything you continue to
Thank
do
you
all the
to
time.
our team.
And helping us keep going.
We have an amazing team.
I can't wait for 2024.
Oh, so many good things coming.
So best wishes for everyone for the holiday season, all the holidays, all the days and gatherings, and
Happy
New
holidays.
Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We look forward to 2024.